Alright guys, this is one of the longest and most difficult stage in the game. I'll just leave it as that. Save Princess. So, I guess this is one of those games where the second to last stage is the hardest, rather than the last stage. So you start out in some strange land with these new enemies that throw hammers at you. And the hammers bounce 3 times before disappearing. So we still have our friends with the cups, we still have our guys, samurai guys, guys with things on their heads. A lot of masked Hanaya carpenters have come. They must be doing major renovations at the castle. So, you just keep going up north until you see the castle, basically. And just explore around a bit. You'll find more of these guys just throwing hammers at you that bounce everywhere, because they're carpenters apparently, dressed like that. We have a food store over here, which I don't need right now. And on this end, there's nothing. And you just keep going. These are the castle walls. And there's more sandals and a big pizza, which I don't need right now either. There's the main entrance to the castle. And this store, there is a text and gold armor. Gold helmet, gold armor, which are all really expensive, and then text, which is about $1,000. So somehow I need to farm for 400 bucks. And judo, which I never use, nor do I want to, ever. Maybe for fun, but it's not worth the money. Especially when I need 400 right now, why would I use it on judo? So now, there's a tanuki in the way, so you kind of know this is a dungeon, but we can't do anything right now. Gara has a tanuki inside him. Just a random side note. So you try and talk to the king, and you can't understand him at all. So you have to leave. Pretty straightforward. You need the text to translate, so start farming for money. But I'm going to show you some tricks that you can get the money you need soon enough, so you don't have to spend all your money. I know one of these statues, waiting for that hammer to disappear, not that one. But one of these statues are breakable, and it's this one. So we enter a little secret chamber, get some money. That's 100, 150, 200. Jump over the rock. That's why sandals are very important in this game. You should always have at a minimum of 3. And I think the max is 6. But for me that's too much. He jumps too far and moves too fast. That's about 350 right now. And a golden cat. To be generous. So you leave, and it leaves you right outside on the other side of the castle. And there's 2 more of these, so you can keep going and farming for money. We already immediately see $100 waiting for us. 50, 150 over here. And cat, which I don't want, don't need. More 50 bucks, that's 200. So bear with me while I farm for gold. Even though I can go buy already, I kind of want to farm for some gold for armor, and maybe another pizza, and yeah, more golden cats too. That one leaves you at the beginning of the stage, so you gotta go back up north until you hit the castle walls. So we just go back, short walk, and now let's check out the last one. So And it doesn't let me jump out because I would jump too far, so you have to step back and try and jump out. It's really weird. I don't know why they do that, but another $100. That's 150. Is that a cat? Yes, it is. And this is another 50. That's 200. Another cat. And there's another golden cat. So now our health bar is looking pretty hefty, which is nice. So I'm just gonna hide in here for the moment. And is this the store? Yes, it is. So I buy the text, and if I have money left over, I'll get the armor, which I do. And that's good enough for now. Talk to Tsunuki, he says this is dangerous territory. So now we can talk to the king, and he'll just tell us that he's in trouble, you need to help. So now we know, something crazy's going on, and one of the statues in the castle leads to an escape tunnel. And there's an awful plot going on, but that's all he says. There's nothing behind him, there's nothing anywhere, so we leave. This stage is just a lot of backtracking, a lot of farming, go back, go talk to this guy, go back and forth. Once we get to the dungeon, everything will be more interesting. So that's why I recommend saving your money until you get to this part, so you don't have to do all that and you just buy the text, Now the statue becomes breakable, because now we know about it. And here's the real dungeon. Tsunuki letting us know things are going to be dangerous. And this is the hardest dungeon in the game. Those things are invincible, to my knowledge. Reminds me of Me and Bean Machine. Those things are invincible. Well, they're invulnerable. So it's pretty simple, just be patient and cross when you're ready. This part. Hold up to climb up ladders, you can climb left and right also. Just hit them in the head and they break. And to climb up at the right time, and then destroy them. And watch your swing, because those platforms fall, and you don't want to get hit by a fireball. It's all about timing. And he has slight lag on his get up animation. When you get to the top of the ladder, he has to climb up. And I'm not going to bother with that, so we'll just go this way, which is the right way anyway. So now you're on some elevator, that brings you up. And there's going to be a lot of enemies above overhead that just drop down. And I probably shouldn't be wasting my money because I'm going to need it for boss fights later on. And seeing as this is the second to last level, there's not going to be that many opportunities to get any more money, but I just want to be safe. So, pretty straightforward, just don't let those things break and fall on you or touch you. And I don't want the cat. So now we have a bunch of these guys with some platforming. You can already imagine. Oh, if these guys get to the top, they start throwing hammers at you and then jumping across and trying to get you. So just try and not fall. It can be really difficult sometimes. And then with the bouncing hammers and respawning enemies, this can be really annoying. So you just want to drop down and attack. And they gauge their distance with you. And you don't want to fall down there. That is certain death. So once again, they make what's almost an impossible barrier with hammers. This part gets really tricky. So I try and respawn him and jump over him while he's busy trying to hit me. You do want to use your money when you can at this point in the game. And just drop down and hit him. I know it looks risky, but you can do that. So it's time for a mini boss. And yes, I said mini boss, believe it or not. This one's pretty fun. You jump up, all the way up top, don't get crushed or pushed off, and then you hit the head back and forth. Jump, and then hit. Pretty straightforward and simple. And you want to time this exactly. And I don't know why I jumped, but I did. I made a mistake. And I throw coins at him to make it easier, but then he has longer invincibility frames, so when he came back, I couldn't hit him again. And the last head disappears. And this part is fairly useless. You're just falling until you can't control your character anymore. And he automatically gets put onto a beam, a track. And now your velocity is the same as the track. So if you jump, you don't have to press left and right. You just jump. Because you'll keep going, you'll go too far, which is the mistake I make here. I think that I have to move forward in order to keep up with the track, and I don't. I just have to jump. So let's do this again. My first death of the game, hopefully my last. And just duck under those things. This part's fairly straightforward. Then you have to jump and press forward because you're no longer on a moving platform. And then you don't want to miss your chance for that. Go on these swirling things and try and time your jump. But something I need to do is stop them by jumping. Because if you jump, if you're not touching them, they stop swirling around. So that's how you can make it so you can time your jump better. And let's switch to this side, duck. Come over here. I can't make it to that one, so I'll jump to this one. And I'll keep jumping to stall it. There we go. Pretty straightforward. And we're almost done. Almost done with the whole game, actually. Now, Blue Elephant, that's the first time we've seen that. The third iteration of a checkpoint, basically, for dungeons. And that's the only time in the game we see a Blue Elephant. Alright. They're being generous by giving us a cat. They're assuming you've gotten hurt by this point. Yep. Watch these jumps. The carpenters did a shitty job on the floor. Don't want that cat. So, now we go on to fight the rest of the boss at this stage. Princess! That is Princess Yuki, guys, don't worry. It's finally her. we get put onto this moving track where the head, this dead escape, gets these spike balls. But this boss is very simple. You don't even have to hit him that much. You just have to tilt him to one side until he topples over, and then you beat him. That's it. And don't fall off, because then you die instantly. So, we saved the princess, and it goes into a cutscene. Oh, Princess Yuki, thank goodness. And then, oh no. I am the great Hanaya Shogun, which I don't know how she didn't recognize her father, but she didn't. So they throw you into the dungeon, and this is where you start the last